Hello everyone, Eve is here and I am business and brand creator for coaches and experts in the online world. And today we're going to talk with you about something really important which really affects all women all the time. And this is a question which was asked by Anjana. And Anjana asks, how to align my myriads of colors and ideas into a consistent brand? Well, this is a question which, again, I hear all the time because people think that, well, maybe they are too creative or they don't want to frame themselves. They don't want to be framed with some brand ideas. They want to change their fonts and colors all the time. And specifically, I think this is a problem for many women because we want to create something new every day. So first of all, I have to tell you that if you have a brand, you do not frame yourself. What you really do by fixing the colors, fonts, and designs, you help your clients to recognize you in an overcrowded market. And that's really important because even when people say it's not a race, it's not a competition, there is no competition. Frankly speaking, there is no competition in mindset. But when we talk about the marketing, well, your products chosen alone with the similar products, and people always make choices and always try to choose the best possible option. So that's why the sort of competition exists. The question is, you may not think that this is something negative. So your colors, when you set up colors, help your clients to identify your beautiful copy, your wonderful ideas with your brand. So they always choose you because they probably already like your copy. They would like to read your content. But if you do not give them any indication about that, they would probably feel lost and they will not find your content, which is in a way will upset them. So don't upset your clients and fix your colors. So how to fix your colors and how to make them stay on brand. So there are two ways which are chosen simultaneously or one after another, that up to you. One is completely technical and one is more psychological and more in-depth. What do I mean by in-depth? I am telling you the story, how to connect you, your personality, and your brand, which add on to authenticity of your brand, add on the character to your brand. And we're going to discuss it by the end of this video. So now I'm going to share with you the technical aspect, how professional agencies choosing colors for their clients. So the first one, you will use 3 groups of colors. The first group of colors is primary colors. There are many people who say it's just one main color. It's not true. So I usually recommend 3 colors for the primary colors, which means 2 colors will complement each other or will be used as a combination for your brand, and these will be main colors. And the third colors will be, so to say, call to action colors, which you will use for your links, for your buttons, and people know when to click. Basically, we talk about the habits which people generate with your content. So if your links always say green, people will know that, okay, whatever green is happening on the screen, they have to click it. So as you see, you're generating content for your clients, not because you like something or you want to be creative. You make the usability of your content practical for your clients. So many years ago, there was an expert in a web design, Jakob Nielsen, I guess his name was, and he was very seriously speaking that design is not important at all. The only thing which is really important is usability. So I would say that he was wrong, definitely about the design part, but he was right about usability part. And the usability part is all about how to make content which you produce more comfortable to consume for your customers. So when you create your content, visual content, copy content, web content, any type of content, try to make it as useful, as comfortable for your clients as it possible. So if you feel that there is some kind of explanation missing at the video, if you feel that your links are not consistent to creative in several different colors, change it, make the one call to action color. If you feel that your logo is not recognizable because you use 20 colors in it, change it. First of all, your logo has to be present in one color. There is an option for print in one black color, and it always an option. So forget about unprofessional logos with gradients, with some kind of strange shades, or some kind of rasterized shadows. Forget about that. You need to have a very clear logo, which is possible to print in one color, which is black. So then when you have your two main colors, you will also have your logo in these two different colors, or you will have it also useful in one of those colors. So you set up your primer content, you set up your primer colors. Your primer colors will work with logos. Now we set in the second group of colors, which is called additional colors or supportive colors. And I'm sorry about the sound, we're still celebrating Diwali in India, and those are crackers. So what I have to say, the secondary colors, supportive colors, help you to understand and add certain kind of colorful environment for your main colors. So if you use some tables, if you use some kind of backgrounds on your site or something like this, this is the primer idea for your secondary colors. And that is really important to know, the secondary colors are never used with your identity. Sometimes it is possible to use them just as a background for your identity when it is used in white or black form, but it's not necessary. Sometimes you can't use your identity even with the secondary color at all. So it depends on you. But your logo will only have two colors, your main colors, and it also will have black and white versions. That's it. It will not be used in all secondary colors. And here is why. The number of secondary colors will be approximately 6. I would recommend 6, because you will also use them with some transparencies and things like this. They may be used for your packaging, but you will not use any other colors except this 9 colors, which means 3 primer colors and 6 secondary colors, right? In that way, you will not be limited, but your communication will be recognizable, and you will not use your secondary color more than 20% in your communication, which means that 80% of your communication will go in a primary colors. I know that sounds a little bit complicated, but it's more or less the math, and you can repeat it. It's not that difficult. So just repeat it again. The main colors, 3 colors, the secondary color, 6 colors, and your logo only available in the primary colors. What is the third group? The third group of colors is just technical colors, which are black and white. And as I told you before, your logo is supposed to be present in a black option. Because if you make in fax, if you make in black and white newspaper advertising, you will need your logo in black and white version. Also, you will need only white version for printing sometimes, for some digital stuff, on some pen, papers, whatever. So things happen, you will need your logo in one color, and that's why you will always have black and white as a branded colors. Maybe not the primary colors, but technical. So this is technical part, it's over. Now we're going to talk about the psychological part, which is probably not easier and even more deep and complex, but what it helps you to do, it helps you to connect with your colors. Because what I never recommend is to go and ask your designer, hey, please give me some colors, it's all cool and all fine, choose whatever you like. Or I like red color, or anything like that. See, every color have its own shade. So red color will have maybe, I don't know, 100 colors in Pantone or something like this. So you cannot say this, oh, okay, choose anything, whatever you like. it will not work for your brand. It may work for your product, but it may not work for your brand. And here is why. When you work with brand, I always insist that you have to choose the colors which are empowering your brand, empowering your visual communication, build a really deep connection between you, your customers, and your visual elements like logo, like any kind of design which you create. How to do that? Every color has its own psychological indication which people can recognize. Like, for example, black and yellow mostly met in nature like dangerous colors. Like, you'll find that many animals have this kind of color, and those animals are dangerous, like those with the wasps or with the salamanders. And you also can find that when you see the big red color with the small white dots, it's also poisonous mushroom, and you subconsciously will know that there's some danger in there. And if you know how the government uses it, you will find the street signs which are following this natural human indication and then create the road signs in this style. So the famous sign stop is a white spot, white brick on a red background. And when you talk about attention on the road, the black and yellow are involved. And again, that enhance our natural indication for certain colors. You know that if something happened, then police put that stripe, which is yellow and black. And you also know that the roads also use a border with this kind of color when we require attention. And that attention may be relevant to certain dangers. So as we already have this kind of indication, I propose you to create your own. And it probably will be as deep as those which we already know from society. You obviously need to think about that what society already know, because if society already knows certain indication and that indication is negative, I would not recommend you to use this kind of colors, or find different shades which are not that obviously creating this kind of connection. So your colors have to be positive, and they have to create a mood, an idea, maybe connect with certain kind of style. You'll find that many luxury brands use a lot of dark shades like deep blue, deep dark, deep brown, with the silverish lines, with the golden lines, and that gives that luxury effect with some very, very slight decor. And when we see a lot of minimalistic effect with this kind of color combination, it gives us more about richness. When we talk about something pink, something shady pink with some lace or something like this, it's always considered feminine. If you will talk about light shade of blue, you know that light shade of blue, light shade of pink, girl, boys identification. So all these kind of things, they already inbuilt in society, and you have to be very specific about that. The second thing, your own connection to these colors. I'll give you a very simple example. The blue and the yellow colors, which I use for my brand, they indicate abundance to me. And I'll tell you why. Because those colors are the flag colors for my country. And in my country, blue and yellow signifies the blue sky, the freedom, and the yellow signifies the field of bread, the ready bread, the ready bread and wheat, actually, the field of wheat. So that idea of the abundance, which is involved in our government identification, is really close to my heart. I like the abundance idea in my brand. And my third color for call to action is pink. And that pink color, I use very little in my communication. I also use it for the courses, like identification color, but in other communication I use pink very less. But that pink identify for me the pioneers, the flowers. So that aroma of the flowers, you can't believe, but I can actually feel that aroma when I use that pink color. That's why when you think about your colors, you can think about story, you can think about texture, you can think about aroma, you can think about any memory which you have. And another reason why I use blue as a main color, because my grandmother gave me once upon a time, she gave me a fantastic dress, which is Audrey Hepburn style kind of dress. And I remember the bluish color, which was really fantastic. It did look so beautiful with my hair. And I felt myself like a queen, like a real woman. And I think that because I was about 14, 15, it was the first time when I really feel myself a woman, like really not a child anymore. So for me, that association with the blue color is really deep. So I would recommend you to find your own story and generate the deep connection between your memories and your feelings and your primary brand colors. It's really important. So that's it for today. As I told you, the 3 important things. The thing number 1, that you need to frame your colors. You need to limit your colors to be recognizable. The thing number 2, there are 3 technical groups for your colors: primary colors, secondary colors, and the technical colors. And the thing number 3, that you need to create emotional connection with your primary colors and make your brand truly authentic, truly about you. So I hope that was helpful, and you will be able to choose really great colors for your brand and create deep connection with your customers, with your brand colors, and that will help you to grow a thriving business and bring you a lot of abundance. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.